Hello everybody, it's Mark Fleming with Equally Fit, and I thought I'd make this video to talk a little bit about sedentary behavior and how we combat it in our studio here in Tampa, Florida. So sedentary behavior is spending most time seated doing very little physical activity. But we at Equally Fit view it as an actual addiction to sitting because of two principles. So those are Newton's first law of motion, which states that a body at rest stays at rest and a body at motion stays at motion. So what this means is that if you go into the vacuum of space and you just set, say, a ball, and you just set it there and just let it kind of sit, it's not going to do anything, right? It's just going to sit. It's not going to float. It's not going to go. It's not going to move. But due to being on Earth, it falls due to gravity. And then body in motion stays in motion. Obviously, if you threw a ball in the vacuum of space, it would just keep going. Just keep going. But obviously, being on Earth, there are forces that act against it, so it stops. See, unless I move my hand with the ball, it stops. So we put that along with homeostasis. And what homeostasis is the body maintaining a stable internal state. That means that if you're inactive for a long period of time or active for a long period of time, your body's figured that kind of system out and it doesn't want to change from it. So like for me, being very active and working 5-6 weeks at a time with no rest, my rest weekends that I have, my body's going crazy because it wants to do something, but I have to force it to stay still. And then obviously, if you're inactive, the body's figured that out as well, and it doesn't like movement. So what it's actually doing when someone works out like one day, first day out of not working out for years, is the next day the body's going to send you a lot of negative feedback, the brain is, because it doesn't want you to do that because it's used to certain things. So how do you combat this addiction? We view it as any other addiction. So we take things very slow progressing because you want to almost trick the brain into liking exercise, even though it naturally loves exercise because it's good for all parts of the body and the brain to achieve maximal kind of levels of living life. So then you also have to accept regressions. There are days that you may not work out. There are days that you'll feel really bad internally with your thoughts and everything like that, or externally with your body. You just got to accept and know that's part of the program, because when you're trying to make a lifestyle change, it's going to be a struggle at times, and you're going to take steps back. So, and lastly, you need a strong support group. Anything that you're doing to make a change in your life, you need people around you that will encourage you to keep going and notice those changes and be grateful for those changes that you're trying to make in your life. It also helps if they're doing it as well, because obviously if you're doing it along with someone, there's an increased chance of behavior change. I also like to compare this type of movement to tobacco users. So one thing that's been noted is that for tobacco users, only 5% of them are no longer using tobacco after 6 months if they go cold turkey. That means that they're not having a support group, like they're not doing anything. They're not doing nicotine patches or gum or anything like that, which tells me that it's not easy to do to quit an addiction. But however, this doesn't work for everybody. So why doesn't it work for everybody? Because everybody's bodies react differently to exercise, and that some people are able to go to CrossFit and do all that stuff. Some people are able to do P90X and those type of exercises that have little to no rest in between days. But the vast majority, just like the tobacco users, need that slow and steady movement. And then also, why we're addicted to sedentary behavior varies greatly. There could be trauma due to being punished with exercise. There can be numerous amounts of things. So you need to understand that, as well as that we all do things vastly different. So that's my video for sedentary behavior. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please let us know if there's any other topics you want us to go through. We're also still looking for some new people to interview for our Equally Heard series. And so we'd love for if you are an individual with disabilities and have a platform and want to talk with us, we'd be more than happy to talk with you. Hope y'all have a great day, and I'm signing off.